Welcome to the Copper King Mine and Railroad. That's the opening line for my YouTube channel. The Copper King Mine and Railroad is this HO model layout, and it's based on the workings of Bingham Canyon Mine. At the end of each video it says, "Keep Bingham's history alive." Now it's your chance to do that by purchasing my new Arcadia book, Bingham Canyon. It will be in the stores July 1st, 2024. This week is Chapter 9, Copperfield. So stay tuned. Bingham Canyon, Chapter 9, Copperfield. Back down to the confluence, this time we had left up to Upper Bingham. In 1914, this place will be renamed Copperfield. The large E-line bridge separated Copperfield from the mine for many years. The E-line bridge was a large wooden trestle built in 1912. It replaced the smaller, curved E-line extension bridge. In front of the bridge was the observation platform, where many people came to view the mine. It was here in Copperfield for many years, even after they demolished the E-line bridge. Further up the canyon, the road splits off right to Galena Gulch and left to Bear Gulch. Galena Gulch was the home of the first mining claim at Bingham. That was in 1863, called Old Jordan. The United States Mining Company purchased these claims and more in 1899. They built an aerial tram to Frogtown 1902 to 1914. This upper tram terminal building serviced the Jordan and Galena mines, images of old Greek camp. A flood of immigrants kept pouring into Bingham for work. By 1912, 65% of the population was foreign-born. Greeks was the largest nationality. An estimated 1,200 Greeks were in Bingham. Finding housing was a big problem. Men on their own were content to stay anywhere. Many built shacks and shanties on private property along the hillsides. Some were built out of discarded dynamite powder boxes. In their defense, these men lived a meager existence so they could send money home to their families. In 1923, Utah Copper and United States Mining Company started renovating the town. They tore it down and they built new. They will build dormitory-type houses for the Greek community, respecting their way of living. Japanese camp also wanted small, affordable apartments so they could send money home to their families. Utah Copper and United States Mining Company built lovely new brick cottages up Main Street. Just up from the U.S. Hotel was the Circle, with apartments all around. On the mountainside, they will build duplexes. This place was called Terrace Heights. The mining companies were trying to build as much housing as they could close to work to reduce tardiness and absenteeism. The first phase of Terrace Heights were single-story duplexes. Then they built two-story duplexes, higher on the mountainside. New houses in Dinkyville, June 29, 1930. Dinkyville was named after a small steam engine they first used at the mine called the Dinky. They were Porter steam engines. Upper Copperfield, near H-Line, there was a small rail yard called Dinkyville. It was a whistle stop. The name stayed when they started to build houses here. At the start of town, just past E-Line Bridge, there were just a few stores and businesses. The mine was moving east. The road to Copperfield was in its path. March 1937, Utah Construction Company started digging a tunnel to Copperfield. They began at both ends, meeting in the middle. The tunnel went from the elevation of 6,100 to 6,600 feet at a 4% grade. The tunnel curved east into the mountain for the mine's expansion. The tunnel was 7,000 feet in length, 16 feet wide, and 18 feet high. It cost $1.4 million to build. The top end had a large fan, doors that opened and closed for exhaust fumes. It was opened for traffic February 1939, but it wasn't dedicated until September 30th, 1939, at the first Galena Days. That was a Bingham holiday. United States Mining Company was right in the middle of Copperfield. The Niagara Tunnel was right in town. These three large smokestacks were a landmark and a fixture in Copperfield for many years, built for the air compressor plant that made air for the mines in the area. A system of pipes went up the mountain into the mines, mostly to run their pneumatic drills. In 1941, the U.S. mines operations started moving down to Lark. In 1952, with the completion of the Bingham Lark Tunnel, this connected all the U.S. mines network of tunnels, closing operations in Copperfield. This was the beginning of the end of Copperfield. Then Kennecott purchased important rights from the U.S. Mining Company that would allow Kennecott to extend its open pit operations south, eventually taking over Copperfield. Living in Copperfield, looking west across the way is Japanese camp and Greek camp top right. The mother with a new baby and a small child and dog, clothes hanging on the line, steps made from old railroad ties. Now these people did not have much, but they were happy, and they liked living and raising their families here. This picture shows how Copperfield was crowded in this small canyon on the southeast corner of the mine. The people of Copperfield loved this place. In 1958, Copperfield was demolished. So that's Chapter 9, Copperfield, in the book Bingham Canyon.